everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making a pot roast with a chuck roast beef. And to get started, here are the ingredients that I'll be using. Here I have some carrots and potatoes that I've chopped, and I have some onions and some red and green bell peppers. Here I have my chuck roast beef. It's about, let's say, 3 pounds. And I also have some tomato sauce that I have blended in my food processor. I had some extra tomatoes, like a lot of tomatoes, and I didn't want them to go bad, so I just made a tomato sauce with it. And I have some garlic here. I have some thyme and rosemary. I have some green seasoning. I have some sugar. I'll be using some beef stock. I have some soy sauce. I have some Worcestershire sauce. I will be using some meat seasoning, garlic salt, complete seasoning, bouillon powder, sazon seasoning, some allspice, some ginger powder, and some black pepper. Let's get started with this recipe. So the first thing we'll do is make a marinade for the beef, starting with the green seasoning, and we will add all the other seasonings to that. The green seasoning is made up of garlic, onions, ginger, green onions, cilantro, thyme, rosemary, basil. In Guyana we call that marde pork, and peppers, and it has everything in it. Basically, I don't even need to use the dry seasonings that I usually use, but I still use it for like taste, to get like the saltiness of the seasonings. That's why I use the dry ones. But for the flavor part, my green seasoning, that has everything in it, and that takes care of the flavor. So now we will rub this paste all over the beef generously, and we will make sure it's evenly coated with this seasoning, and then we will allow this to marinate for about 6 hours. You cannot rush this process. You get the best results by actually allowing your meat to marinate, or allowing all of your seasoning to soak into the meat, and you get the best results. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back to show you guys the next step. So it's been about 6 hours, and now I am ready to start roasting my beef. I will go ahead and coat it with some flour because I want to get that nice sear. Before I start roasting the meat, I will brown it first, and I will add some flour. The flour will kind of thicken up the gravy a little bit, and it will give the meat a nice, sear. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So I have been preheating my cast iron skillet with a little bit of oil, and I will go ahead and sear my beef on both sides for about 4 minutes on each side. So my beef is done browning on both sides, and I will now remove my skillet, and I will set it aside until I'm finished prepping the next part of this recipe. I will replace the skillet with my Dutch oven, and I will allow my oil to heat up because I've put like a tablespoon of oil in here, and I will allow it to heat up before I start adding my garlic and my onions. So now I'll go in with the onions and garlic, and I will allow these to saute for like about 1 minute. Then I will go in with my beef broth and my Worcestershire sauce and my soy sauce. Also, I'll be going in with that tomato puree that I made, and I will also add my sugar here. I will not be adding any seasonings because the soy sauce has salt and the beef broth had salt, and my meat is well seasoned, so I won't add any more flavoring here or any seasonings here. I will allow my meat to cook until it's tender, and then I will check as I go. I'll add my rosemary and thyme right at the top, and I'll be back to show you guys the next step. So it's been about 2 hours since my beef has been roasting, and what I'll do now is go ahead and season my vegetables before I add them to the pot. So I'll be using some complete seasoning, some bouillon powder, and some black pepper. I will give this a good mix, and then I will transfer it to the pot with the roast. And now it's 2 hours since this beef has been roasting, and it is coming along so nicely, guys. It smells so good in here. I wish you guys could smell videos, like all those flavors. Oh my god. And it's not quite soft as yet, because as you know, cooking a roast, it goes by the pound, like each pound 1 hour. That's how it goes. So I have 3 pounds here. This will take about 3 hours to be completed. So I'll add the vegetables in right now, and I will bump the heat up to about medium, and I will allow this to cook for another hour. So after about an hour and a half, my roast is now completed, and it smells so good, you guys. I can't wait to dig in. Look at this rich, thick gravy. You know, the gravy has thickened up nicely and it has reduced, and the beef is so tender, you guys. It broke up too. Like, it's not the same whole chunk of beef that I put in the pot. I have like 3 pieces in there now because the beef got so soft it broke up. So now I'll plate this up and I'll show you. So I just wanted to show you guys how soft and tender the beef is. I just pull it apart with my fork. That's it. You know, the beef is so tender, look, and it's so juicy. I could just pull it apart with my fork. Okay guys, so this is the finished product of my pot roast chuck roast beef. I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below. And for my new viewers, don't forget to subscribe. I will leave all the ingredients down in the description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.